Erasure made an appearance at this club in New Pontiac, its Industry, and they were here tonight in order to promote their new album, Chorus, giving away free copies and spinning records for most of the evening.
That's good. We'll leave that one. No, I like that one.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
Well done.
Okay, well guys, what's the whole story behind your appearance here tonight? Is this part of a promotional tour that you're doing, or an isolated thing? Oh yeah?
No, actually, the thing is, it's the excuse to dress up, you know, because at home...
It's down, Vince,
Dress
down.
down. When people... When you're in the street in London, you see, the thing is, and you're dressing like this, people actually laugh at you. But here in Detroit, you can get away with it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We've seen people walking on the street like this all day, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah.
And we thought, we've got to dress up like this, so we don't stick out.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, you guys blend in well.
Yeah, we do.
It's true.
Wallflowers. That's what we are.
Absolutely.
Okay, you might get lost in the crowd. Okay, what are your plans for the immediate future? Are you going to tour like you did right after the album for a while, or wait a while, or what's up?
No, we're gonna dress up for about 4 months, in fact. And
we're going to be
that's till
playgirls,
December.
aren't we, Vince?
Yeah.
We're going to be
Till about
models and
December.
playgirl.
Don't disturb.
Playboy.
Until December, okay, and then we're going to start planning for the tour, which will be. We're coming here.
The fall.
Now, yeah, in the fall, in the autumn of next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
It's going to be a totally dressed up occasion.
Cold fall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hair and all. Okay, tell us a little bit about the development of Chorus.
Well, so that's a complicated question.
Okay,
No, I'll answer it. I'm only joking. No, it was. We started recording the album last December. We were writing in Amsterdam, which is where I live, and Andy came over to help me. We wrote songs together, obviously, and then we began recording in Toulouse in France, and then moved to Hamburg in Germany, Brussels, mixed the album, did a track in Brussels as well. We were kind of doing a European kind of track,
man.
travelling around. And album took about 5 months to record.
Okay.
To mix and record.
So you started in December last year then?
We started in December, yeah.
Writing all along after a while then?
Well, we had a break for about a month, I think. And then we began writing, pretty immediately.
Okay, good. Okay, about your promotional stuff, you guys have tons of promotional stuff. I'm curious to know if you are part of the development of that, or if somebody comes with you with an idea for promotional things, and then you say okay, or if you're involved in that at all, such as like the 3-pack of the Circus that you released, or other records.
There are lots of scams that at the end of the day we can approve or disapprove anything.
Yeah.
We can say no but the kind of sometimes the record company talks us into doing things which at the end of the day we regret.
Yeah. When you're a bit naive, we're a bit naive.
We're getting sharper now though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They don't get away with as much as they used to.
Good. All right. Okay, Vince. You said that you want sample the bicycle chain sound to your order to use on Crown of Thorns and Wild.
That's right.
Is there anything else that we might listen for on Chorus? Any weird samples or stuff?
Well, what we decided on this album was because everybody else was sampling, we decided that we'd have no samples at all. There are no samples. There are no digital instruments. There's no MIDI. There's no new technology.
No drum machines.
No kidding.
It's pure electronic synthesizer music.
That's really no kidding.
No kidding. No drums.
There's no kidding in the album.
No drums, no track. No kidding. All right. So, not a big change, but a change for you guys then. No samples. All right. You guys said that you collaborated more in the songwriting stage of Wild than you had on any of your previous albums, where, like in the past, you would write some melodies and he would write some lyrics.
The very first album, yeah.
Right. And then you'd get together and just kind of put them together. Is that something you guys did on Chorus, where you were together for the whole writing process and stuff?
Or? No, because obviously we were in a foreign country, and we basically sat together with everything. We would go in the studio with a piano, plonk a few chords out, and we'll melody out together. But it was a 50-50 collaboration all the way through.
Good. Okay, who thinks up to the stage sets and costumes for your truly unique tours? Such as on the Be Wild tour, you had the plants and insects and stuff, and then the tapestries at the beginning that fall down and everything. Who thinks that stuff up?
Well, we always have swarms of people around us. Not swarms, but a few people.
Yeah.
And we have to persuade them and say, oh, we got this brilliant idea for a tour. Will you come and help us? And when when they say yes, they make costumes for us and build bits of stage for us and do lights and things.
So you kind of ask them to help, and then boom, they're there giving ideas.
We have ideas, you know. We say we want to fly in this song, and they say okay. And they organise a wire for us.
That's neat. Okay. In regards to the formation of Erasure, the story goes that you placed an ad in a paper or something, or advertised for a singer, and then you selected Andy out of all the respondents.
Stop sell.
Is it what? Really?
No, this is the record. We can do it in the back.
Remix.
Oh, sorry.
So no, it is.
No, it's not. It's got something
you
else.
slept with me and then I got the job.
No, it was. And you didn't, so you got the job anyway.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
No, it was, as you say, it was an advert in a music paper. And we held auditions. And Andy won the £5 prize, didn't you?
Wow.
Fantastic, yeah.
So now, was it something where you heard him sing right away and said, wow, you know, this guy's going to be great, or was it kind of, you know, worked its way through and then he was...
Well, we did 40-odd people before, and it was really uninspiring, you know. I was quite surprised. And so Andy's voice was a real inspiration when it happened, yeah. And his wig at the time, he had a really good wig there.
£150 a week.
Is that all? Or is that a lot of money? I don't know pounds.
You do now?
I do, yeah. No. Well, I went to the wage tribunal, Vince, and they said it has to be 150 because it's a minimum.
Which is a ridiculous wage to get.
Wage.
All those ridiculous wigs.
That's
all I spend it on is wigs. Wigs and holidays. That's all.
Okay.
Wig stock.
So anyway, what was going on musically with each of you at the time you got together? I mean, were you both involved in the same styles of music at the time you got together, or?
Yeah, I think. Well, when we got together, we were in high energy. I mean, I think. Andy did some records before he met me, and they were of a particular style. Which isn't so far removed from.
No.
You don't think so?
Well, what we do now.
Yeah. Well, not what we do now, but what we were doing then, you know.
Like Dance in Wonderland or something.
You know, it was dance kind of material, yeah.
Oh, and now you don't do dance, I suppose?
No, we do, but we're not a dance band. We're misconceived here in the USA as being a dance band. And we're actually a transvestite country and western band.
Who hide themselves well. Okay, so, oh, by the way, he said that you did some albums before you got together with...
A single.
Oh, really? As on your own, it said like Andrew Bell or something?
One single, it said Dinger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was me and one other person.
1,000 copies printed, I believe.
Yeah, that's all.
Wow. That's how the police got started. Okay, so anyway, life as well-known music stars, how has it affected your lifestyles? Can you still do things like go to the movies or go shopping or stuff, or is it like when you go out?
I mean, look, dressed like this. Obviously we can. We just blend in.
We just go to the laundrette, don't we, Vince?
Yeah. It's no problem, really.
Throw our wigs in the laundry with everything.
No, it's I live in Amsterdam, and it's we don't sell any records there.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Go down to the corner store and pick up some milk or something.
There's lots of places where we don't sell records.
Yeah. Well, like most of the world, in fact.
Where we can go.
And you actually go to the places where you don't sell records?
Yeah.
Well, that would hurt your ego or something.
We don't have egos, do we, Vince? No, we don't.
Okay. Regarding your musicianship, how did each of you get started in music, and have you had any formal training, etc.? Like, you know, when you were kids, did you have lessons and stuff, or?
Well, I was a choir boy. Yeah.
Girl.
In Anglican or Catholic church, I suppose?
Catholic.
Really?
And my choir master suggested that I go into the music business.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Were you a tenor?
No, I wasn't a tenor. I was a soprano. Yeah, soprano. Yeah. I'm afraid I was a soprano.
I see.
Well, I'm not afraid.
You do. So soprano. Period. What about you? Did you take lessons and stuff? Or?
I took violin lessons.
Really? That's why you play keyboard, right?
No, it was a bit different from the
And you're in the same class as Nigel Kennedy, weren't you, Vince, when you first started?
When I first started, when he first started, he was just equally as bad as I.
He was useless, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So anyway, you took violin lessons. Is that how you got interested in music, and then?
Well, I did keyboard and I did guitar. That was easier. And then keyboard, which is really easy.
Okay. All right. Vince, you recently produced a single for the Happy Mondays, I guess?
Remixed. I didn't produce, I did a mix for them, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any projects like that going now, or do you still?
No, I dabble now and then, you know. I did a remix for a band called 4 Tram 5.
That they play tonight.
Really?
They play tonight. But no, I mean, I just when something comes up that interests me. But I mean, our main concern is Erasure. You know, it's like 10 months of the year, so.
That's cool. And then you take a break, have a vacation. Okay, Andy, do you do any side projects or anything like that?
Not a lot. I mean, we don't get lots of time. No. We did an opera that's out in November.
Wow.
Called The Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, the Edgar Allan Poe story? And that was a live performance or is it recording?
Recorded.
Really? And that will be released or has been released? Or?
November.
Will be.
It's coming out.
Soon.
That's cool. In America and in England? Or
is it?
something to look forward to?
Is it the States as well?
Hopefully.
On Warner Brothers Records? Sire?
I mean,
SBK, I think. Is there SBK in America?
SBK?
I don't know, no, it's not.
Which one?
It's some guy from Rough Trade. Not Rough Trade, but...
Which record?
It's for the House of Usher, it's an opera.
Yeah.
We may put that out on Mute.
Alright, okay. Mute America.
Okay, good. Okay. Regarding other projects you two have done, such as the Red Hot and Blue benefit, the AIDS benefit, the Cole Porter songs, you guys did Too Darn Hot, and then you also did a People for Ethical Treatment of Animals benefit disc where you did with Mene Lovett, the song Rage.
Yeah.
Have you guys done anything else like that, or do you plan to do it in the future?
Not since Cole Porter. I mean, you know, 'cause we were on tour, and so. But I think when we get to touring next, which will be in June next year, we'll probably.
You always get asked.
Oh, really?
And you meet people and stuff.
Okay, that was my next question. So you don't like find out about this and call them up and say, hey, we'd like to do something. They call you and say, hey, would you like to?
People contact us, and then we have to try and find out a little bit about the organisation and whether the money's going to the right place.
Whether it's legit.
That's cool. Yeah. Make sure they're not scamming the money.
Yeah.
So then, how did you get involved in the Dick Tracy soundtrack where you did Looking Glass Knee?
We don't want to talk about that really.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay. Next then. Okay, do either of you guys read much, or do you have authors that you follow or anything? I mean, I know you're busy, but
Hobbies.
Yes.
I'm a photographer.
Really?
And a hairstylist.
And a painter.
Really? Do you just kind of screw around on your own, or?
No, it's totally for my own
enjoyment.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I try to read,
Cooking.
but I can't read very well. But I cook.
Oh, really?
I only cook when I'm at home for a long time now, because then I can go to the market and buy the things fresh. Otherwise, I don't like to. It's rushed.
What do you cook?
I cook pasta, peanut butter soup.
Peanut butter soup?
Yeah, it's really
How do you make it?
It's lovely. You just get some celery stalks, and you boil them up, and you kind of make it into a cream sauce, and then you just melt some peanut butter in it. It's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Does everybody think it's
Tastes
good?
really nice. It's healthy.
That's very good. I recommend it.
Okay. And then, we've had many letters from viewers with a lot of questions concerning the duo, and this is 3 of the most commonly asked questions that our writers have sent in. Okay? Number 1 is, what kind of music did each of you listen to when growing up, and what were your major influences?
Genesis, Trick and Towel, Emerson Lake and Palmer, Pink Floyd, Simon Garfunkel.
That's cool. What about you?
I listen to Slim Whitman, Charlie Pride, Skeeter Davis, ABBA, and Blondie.
That's cool. Okay, and then the second question is, what kind of music do each of you listen to now? What are your favorite groups?
Retro. We're retro-hetros, aren't we?
We listen to the same records, or we just listen to when we were. We just go back, you know. We're not really inspired by music.
Wow, that's kind of a bummer, you know. Is there anybody out right now that you really like, or that does some interesting stuff?
I like the Massive Attack album.
What was that?
Massive Attack. It's quite good.
Anything you're interested in? Or?
I don't know. I just discovered Klaus Nomi last year.
Oh, really?
But he's been dead a long
But he's
time.
dead.
Oh, no new albums from him. Okay, and then the last question is, what is your favorite Erasure song? And then yours. You guys have particular.
Tonight, my favourite Erasure song is. Can we choose from the new album as well?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Is Home, which is the best song on the album.
Home?
It's mine as well.
I've heard Love to Hate You. That was out on a CMJ disc, and that's really weird. It's actually in the studio. It's not live. It's got like crowds in the background. But
But it's not. It's actually. It's Phil Collins. It's taken from a Phil Collins live record.
Really?
Yeah.
Phil. Can you understand it, or? Oh, that's
You
funny.
can't know. Saying Vive le Phil.
Phil.
Vive le Phil.
So it's from France or
He's in
something?
France, yeah.
But he's a big fan actually, Phil.
He's big in France, isn't he?
Yeah.
Phil Collins.
I'm curious, who produced the new album? I know you've gone through like Flood and Stephen.
We get through them like nobody's business, don't we, Vince? Producers.
And we have, we like a producer who we can argue with. Because it's important that there's some tension in the studio. Because myself and Andy get on so well, someone has to suffer for your art, so we make the producer suffer.
And we always say to a producer, when we first meet them, we say, look, you're a really nice person, but by the time we finish the album, we're going to hate you.
So
It's true.
It's true, yeah.
So anyway, wrapping things up, yes, back to me, the important one, Paul Lexnar, and we
He's
were
a
at
voguer. He's a voguer.
What?
You're a voguer.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
No, he wants to finish the interview now. Andy, that's enough.
Okay.
Head tie, hair fluff, and this is Paul Lexnar with Erasure, and we will be seeing you soon. We're signing off the industry at New Pontiac. Goodbye.
Bye.